Hi, so in this video, we're going to discuss making beats inside of Pro Tools. Now, Pro Tools is extremely powerful when it comes to recording and mixing, but when it comes to making beats, it kind of falls behind compared to some of the other DAWs that we have out there today. So in this video, I want to show you how I set up Pro Tools for producing music. So think of it like a template. So I have a clean session, no tracks, there's nothing going on here. Now I could simply go to File and import my mixing template, but that makes no sense. There are some plugins within that template that I really like. But before we do anything like that, the first thing I want to do, I want to go to track and I want to create a click track. Now, I personally know a few people that don't like click tracks. I do. So now we're going to open the click track plugin. So many years ago, I got my hands on an MPC 2000 when they first got released. And that's how I learned how to produce music, how to make beats. The reason I bring that up, I have a preset, MPC. Check it out. It sounds exactly like the MPC. Now you don't have to do this. You can keep it at factory. That works as well. I'm just used to the MPC. So it's all your choice. So the next thing I want to do, I want to create a master track. Stereo, master fader, and I want to add two plugins. So the first plugin I'm going to search for is SSL, stereo. The next plugin, L1. Stereo. So just because you see me using these doesn't mean you have to use them. These are the plugins that I'm used to, and I'm looking for a specific sound. Like I said earlier, I can import my mixing template, but it makes no sense. I don't want to make this complicated, so I just want to have these two plugins. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create an instrument track. I'm going to set it to stereo. Now I'm going to search for structure. So I'm going to just put ST, and there we go. Now, if you're a Pro Tools user, you have a free version of this. This is the paid version. So I can load as many samples as I want on the free version. I believe you could only load up to 4 sounds at a time. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've used the free version. Okay, so I did a few things and I didn't record exactly what I did, but I'm going to explain it to you guys. Whenever you're producing, using an instrument, making beats, laying down your drum pattern, here's what you would do. You would set your plugin, lay down the kick, duplicate the plugin, lay down your snare, and so on and so on. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that with structure. As you can see, I have a kick, snare, and hi-hat. But I also have this right here, kick, snare, and hi-hat. If we look at the mixer, this is our MIDI tracks. And I got these tracks routed into this plugin. If I arm this one for record, normally you would do something like this. But we're not going to do that. All right, so let's close this just so you guys can see exactly how this works. I want to make sure that I have everything set up correctly. One of the things I like to do, I like to count a bar before I do anything. So you want to make sure that's on. 1 bar. So you have count off, count on. It's recording. Awesome. You know what? I want to change that tempo. It's 120. I'm going to set it for 95. Okay, F12. Now I'm pretty sure my timing sucks. Let's listen back. But it doesn't matter, we can correct that. You can hold Alt and 0, and it's going to open the quantize option. Now, I'm not going to touch any of the settings. I'm going to press escape. I'm not going to do anything else. Now, I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to press the quantize option here. You probably saw that. Now, let me undo. All right, so now we're going to move on to the snare. Press quantize. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the hi-hat. All right, quantize that as well. So you guys can see why I do it this way. Instead of having everything on one track, because you can do it that way. I can record, lay down the kick, snare, all in that one instrument track. I don't want to do that. I prefer to have it this way. So let's open the compressor and let's see how much gain reduction we're doing here. Now it's way too early in the process to be hitting the compressor that hard. Now I'm not mixing or anything like that. But whenever you're producing, you're making your beats, make it sound good at the same time. Now I'm not going to touch any of this here. Now I'm going to open structure. We can mix our drums right here. Let's bring that snare down a little bit. I could definitely work with that. And we're going to quantize. So if you guys have any questions, if I missed something, you can post it in the comments. So in the description, I'm going to have some information. Also, you're going to have my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, my email address. So if you want to get a hold of me and have a conversation, this is Ray, and I'm out of here. Later, guys.